welcome everybody as well to the unofficial 2v2 major. Starting off with Falcons versus M80. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, good question. £500. Who was that? Oh, it's Vacanis. Vacanis, thanks for £500. That's insane. We are kicking things off with M80 against Falcons. Let me turn up the game sound. I know it's probably a little bit quiet right now. How's that? Is that loud enough? Best of 5. RW9 and TRK against JOREUZ Nass. Now, a lot of people have been asking, why not the twins? Why not the twins? You've got RW9 and Kaliers in this team. Why TRK? But TRK recently broke the 2v2 MMR world record, so he's clearly been in form in 2s. And RW9 and TRK obviously have a lot of experience playing with each other in 2v2 as well, so I don't think it's too surprising. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see any combination of RW9, TRK and Kaliers. Well, maybe TRK Kaliers would surprise me, but as long as if you've got RW9 in there, it makes sense. If you got RW9 in there, it makes sense, I think. Well, let's see. Nass and JOREUZ obviously had a pretty disappointing season over there in North America. Their season is done with M80. Now they've got a chance to do something together in 2v2. Obviously, they have a lot of success on my channel in the past. JOREUZ the Salt Mine 2 champion for Europe. Nass the Salt Mine 3 champion for Europe. Both a lot of history on this channel. So this one, you know, could be, I think, the match of the round. Well, that's why I chose it to stream it. And now that Nass and JOREUZ are back in Europe, they're both in Europe, as you can see by the ping. And also worth mentioning, Falcons are in Europe as well. Oh, good save by RW9. Of course, it would be a good save by RW9. So everybody's got a good ping right now, and that also makes M80, at least as far as connection and, you know, majority of time played goes, an EU team. There are 8 EU teams in this tournament. RW9 and TRK not quite on the same page there, but I don't think they expected the fake to work out. RW9 fakes out Nass. That gives the ball to JOREUZ. Now TRK scrambling back. Yeah, who's your guys' pick to win this one? I think, for me, I think the two favourites are probably Karmine Corp and Falcons. They're my two picks to be favourites for this one. A lot of people are asking why are G2 not in this, and it's because they're travelling today. They're not boot camping yet. I think every other team for the major is already boot camping in the UK, but G2 are not. They're traveling today. They start boot camping tomorrow, and yeah, just unfortunately wasn't. This was the best day for the vast majority of teams, so that's why we're doing the tournament on this day. JOREUZ and Nass holding their own so far against RW9 and TRK. Not, you know, too surprised to see that. These guys will have a lot of experience playing against RW9 and TRK in 2v2. They've both been exceptionally high rated in 2v2 as well. KC are playing in 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes from now on the CJ's channel. They're not yet playing. They start just a little bit later. The top side of the bracket, at least most of the teams in the top side of the bracket, start at 45 minutes past the hour. TRK RW9 starting to ramp up the pressure. Good save by Nass at the top corner. They deny TRK the opening goal. Oh, quite a few people, as always, whenever I do a tournament or run a tournament on my channel, quite a few people are asking, are they allowed to view party? The answer is always the same: yes, you can. No specific permission needed. Anyone can view party. At least my channel. If you want to view party one of the other channels that's helping to broadcast this event, then be sure to ask them, because I can only speak for myself. Yeah, I always do the same, I guess, for every tournament, like as long as I can remember. Twitch, more than welcome. And then YouTube, if you're going to upload a reaction, please do wait until the actual video's been posted, so that spoilers don't hit the relevant channel that you reacted to. Yeah, very close game here. There have been chances for both teams. No clear-cut chances, no big-time misses for either team. As we enter into the final minute. I love watching high-level 2v2 personally. I've always wondered why there's not more 2v2 tournaments in the Rocket League scene. Feels like a good mixture between 3s and 1s. You've got a lot of different play styles viable in 2v2. Ground game, very viable. Aerial game, also very viable. Like, you know, aggressive, even, you know, very defensive play styles. There's a wide range of what's possible. You've got teams like Karmine Corp playing ultra aggression, Furia as well, a team that are extremely aggressive, and you're likely to see using mostly offense to their advantage later in the tournament. Then you got teams like, well, any team featuring RW9, this one, Falcons, very, very strong in defense. And although they're not playing today as well, G2, I think probably the best defensive 2v2 team for me. Oh, chance to light on for TRK. He can keep this up. Decides to just let it bounce, actually. He didn't want to hit that one into the wall. He thought maybe he could chip it off the wall or just let it bounce into the ground for overtime. Aggressive kickoff from RW9 and TRK. RW9 did not play for the bump on JOREUZ though. And now gets it back corner to Nass. He's going to go off the wall. Flip reset by Nass. Fake, not effective against RW9 on that occasion. TRK just leaves that one for RW9, who misses it. Chance for Nass. Can he take it all right here? Yes, he can. And it's 1-0 to M80. Oh, that was a rare miss there by RW9. He tried to initially shadow catch it on the backboard and then get back to the ball after it bounced. No such luck, as it just goes clean straight back to Nass, who doubles it into the top corner. Yeah, it's a bit of a full black profile picture emo lobby right now, myself included. And of course, Vakana to the £500 donation, which is all to the prize pool, by the way. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, all donations today to the stream today will go to the prize pool of this tournament. Oh my goodness, JOREUZ! What? I think he might have just missed an open net there. Looked like he had a couple of chances at it, and it ended up just going straight into the post. It took 5 minutes and some overtime to score in the last game. They nearly scored in the opening seconds of this one. But the post is too strong. Realistic Being, thanks to the 6-month prime. BombAjed92, thanks to the 3-month prime. And Kareko, thanks to the 10 gifted subs. Welcome to all the new gifted subs. Be sure to thank Kareko. Much appreciated there. Thanks so much for the 10 gifted. We've got as well Holy Tears with a 68-month tier 1. Spectrum 16k with a 4-month prime. Wellied at 4 with a tier 1. And last but not least, Snosberries with an 86-month tier 1. Welcome back. Glad to have you. It's a single elimination best of 5 winner takes all this tournament. We're into the round of 16. All teams were invited. Every major team, well, every team at this event is in the major except for M80, Resolve, Jobless, and Magnifico. 4 other EU teams that have been added to the roster. Oh yeah, and of course Carmine Corp. I keep forgetting. That wasn't a roast, I promise. I just genuinely do forget that they're not a major team because they're kind of good. Yeah, let me update the overlay. I forgot to do that. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, M80 are 1-0 up. Have you guys got any results to report from other streams? Got 4 other matches going on right now. Resolve are cooking. Vitality 163, so Vitality is against Power. Resolve are against Gen G, so that's a big surprise if Gen G fall to Resolve. Maybe not a big surprise, but definitely a surprise. But we've got an upset here as well, so already just in round 1, upsets all over the place. Yeah, I'm pretty devastated today, I'm not going to lie. This was the only day, like I said, that worked for all the teams. Well, it didn't work for every team, but it worked for the vast majority of teams. This was the best day to do a 2v2 tournament. Obviously, in the run-up to the major, a lot of teams are very busy with content and very busy with practice, scrims, etc. at the boot camps. And this being the only best day for the majority of teams means that I'm missing the Scotland-Germany game. So I'm pretty devastated about that. But that kicks off in about 43 minutes. So can't wait to hear live score updates to the Scotland-Germany game as well. Oh, RW9 had a bit of trouble there, but does well to get the ball to the back corner. TRK switching to the Fennec for game 2, by the way. I didn't mention before now. He was playing the Octane in the first game. And he's back in the Fennec, a car we're more used to seeing him in. Just JOREUZ in the Octane, full Fennec lobby bar hit. Most defensive Pro 2v2 ever. They've been, yeah, very, very behind the ball mindset, these guys. Very interesting, because I'm sure if you chuck these guys into a ranked game, it would not look like this. But as soon as it's a tournament, there's just something a little bit more on the line. Unofficial major. Championship on the line. TRK to RWNASS down the line. RWNASS to the backboard, doubles it into the post. There's a tough angle that he created for himself. Nothing devastating about missing Scotland, losing to Germany. I mean, there's really nothing to lose there for Scotland, though. Opening game, if you win, you've won. If you lose, well, everybody thought you're going to lose. So, I mean, you can't really, nothing really to lose. If you think about it. It's like North America at Rocket League line. You win, everybody's like, oh my goodness, how have they done that? You lose, it's like, well, yeah, of course, they're not supposed to win anyway, so kind of a win-win situation. That's why I've always had a deep understanding of the plight of North American Rocket League fans, being Scottish. Oh, TRK outplayed by the crossbar. Double taps have gone wayward for TRK and RWNASS now in this game. And Nass runs out of boost at a key moment. This is a 2v1. TRK leads the attack into JOREUZ, looking to dunk him. Oh, what a save by JOREUZ. And RWNASS, again, off target with the double tap. Are we headed to another overtime? It's Falcons pressing in the closing seconds. RWNASS into the middle, surely. TRK, oh, he scores it. It wasn't easy, but they've got their first win with a 0-second goal. Great pass by RWNASS. I'll tell you what, TRK nearly beamed that, but he wanted to be across the box in case it did go back post. And still had the angle to put it in the bottom corner anyway, so well played. All tied. And it sounds like, if you guys in chat are to be trusted, it sounds like we've got, are you guys saying it's 2-0 for Resolve over Gen G? Gen G playing with Chronic and First Killer today. Resolve are playing with Raziers and Ivan. And yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, what are those score lines? What? 8-4 in game 1 for Resolve and 4-0 in game 2. Well, they came to play. Furia, meanwhile, up 2-0 on Jobless. Jobless is Ixo and Oli. Both those games were 3-2 in favor of Furia. Who are Furia playing with? That's one of the teams that didn't confirm a specific roster for today. They just said it would be Yan plus someone. I'm not sure who, though. Who are they running with? And Gladiators have lost the first 2 games to Gentlemates. 5-4 in game 1, 3-0 in game 2. Not a bad game 1 there for Gladiators. Who's playing for Gladiators as well? They also did not confirm a starting lineup. Oh, Power also. They didn't confirm. I don't think they confirmed the starting lineup. Maxu giving Juicy and Seiko a good game there in game 1, falling apart a little bit in game 2. Nass opening the scoring in the first game. This is the earliest goal we've seen by a landslide here. RWNASS creeping up there a bit too close to the play. 50-50 goes in field. And it's 1-0 to M80. Wiki says Drafinho, so it's Jan Drafinho. And it's Fever Torsos for Power. Power rotating. Okay. That might be smart, actually, because teams are allowed to switch lineup between games. I didn't want to put too many unnecessary restrictions on this tournament, since it's, you know, just a pre-major tournament. Everybody's practicing threes mainly. Oh, look at this. M80 up 2-0. TRK trying for a shot over JOREUZ, gets blocked, and again it goes straight to Nass. So it's 2 assists for JOREUZ. Both of them have been challenges that he's managed to steer towards his teammate. And Nass has made the long shots count from distance. Oh, what a shot. JOREUZ with a hat-trick. No, sorry, JOREUZ with his first goal. He passed the first 2. How about this? Ceiling shot, reset, immediately places it bottom corner past both TRK and RWNASS. Just another question mark to what could have been for M80 if they play well. I mean, they are playing very well here, but if they continue to play well in this tournament, everybody will be wondering what would have happened had this team got their mental in check, if they had managed to figure out how to win in playoffs over there in North America. They clearly had potential to be a top 4 team in the region. Never really even achieved top 8 status. Triple tap here by Roas with the reset. What a save by Nass. Roas done well to place that. Oh, look at the speed of Jorea. It's looking like Sear out there. And, oh, denied the open net rebound by the inside of the post. Still great speed by M80, forcing a pre-jump save out of Roas this time. What's Twisted Minds lineup? I heard it's going to be Mawson and SMW, but they've not started yet. They start in about 20 minutes time. I think that one's going to be over on Hoodie Who's channel, if I recall. A very difficult time scoring, Falcons. Not finding it easy to get goals on this squad who make it 4-0. And that was a clear overextension by Roas and TRK here. Nass outplays the diving second defender and slots it from distance. That now is, this time, a hat-trick. Well, what can TRK and Roas do from 4 goals down? Disastrous third game here. No more losses allowed if they fail a comeback from this position. I don't think a comeback's likely here. I know, bold prediction from me. I'm just very impressed with the defensive synergy from Nass and JOREUZ. They've really not left each other out to dry at all, and you can't say the same about Roas and TRK, who have played much more risky from second man position. I think second man in 2v2 might be the hardest position to play perfectly in all of Rocket League. So you want to, follow up on aggressive options, but you also don't want to overextend. You've got to really just be both the second and the third man for your team, or at least do everything a second and third would do in 3v3. Except you've only got one player to do it with. Tough draw to get M80 first round. Oh, so the way that I seeded this tournament, I wanted to get as many cross-regional matchups as possible, so I ranked all of the 8 EU teams, and then I ranked all of the 8 non-EU teams. And since both Nass and JOREUZ are EU players, even though they were in NA last season, they ended up in the EU chunk of teams. And yeah, that's why they ended up with a pretty tough matchup, because when you compare them to the other EU teams, their RLCS results and their average 2v2 MMR puts them pretty low down the totem pole. Themselves and Jobless had the lowest 2v2 MMR on average out of all the teams that featured 2 EU server players. And obviously their RLCS results were not quite as good as a lot of the teams in this tournament as well, so they ended up being one of the lower seeded EU teams. Yeah, 5-0. I mean, they definitely know how to compete at this level, there's no doubt about that. That's why I wanted to watch this match round 1. Roas and TRK might be one of the favourites to go the whole way in this tournament, but they've also got one of the toughest round 1 matchups. And JOREUZ and Nass have just had much better decision making so far. They've frustrated. Oh, hold on a second here. We've got maybe comeback attempts in the last 28 seconds here. TRK and Roas within 3 now. But their risk management has been far superior. TRK Roas have been punished multiple times this game alone with counter-attacking play. They've overextended again and again, and they either taken bad challenges or just been caught completely out of position watching an open net get scored against them. And they are going to lose this game despite a couple of goals late on in it. They need to be far more careful. Oh, what a goal by Nass. The game's over, but how about this for an own goal? Nass lining himself up to do exactly this, and yeah, he obviously went for this. Phenomenal shot, and it is still unwinnable for Falcons. Skimba54, thanks to the 19-month tier 1. Love seeing some 2s tournament action. I know, same here. That's why we decided to run one of these. I thought, you know what I would love to see right now? A 2v2 tournament. I'd love to see it. Are they going to sub in Clears? I saw TRK leave lobby. He might just be changing. He's probably just changing car, I would guess. He changed car after game 1. They are allowed to change teams, or change their lineup mid-series. And it is going to be TRK and Roas again. No change for Falcons, but TRK's car has changed again. After losing game 1, he switched from Octane to Fennec. After losing game 3, switches from Fennec back to Octane, but a different preset this time. He's gone Sky Blue, pretty stock-taney, and clearly it's working wonderfully because RW9 has scored the opening goal off TRK's counter-attacking hit. Nass tried a defensive double there and completely missed it. Hello Vitality, how you doing? I'm guessing Vitality are victorious if they're in chat right now. Did they win already? Oh, okay, yeah, TRK's found the preset. This is the one. This is the one. Took him a few tries, but now he's found the preset. Winning it all. Let me update you guys in the scorelines elsewhere, and I know a lot of you who are trying to watch all these matches on VOD, but I do have to keep everybody updated with what's happening. This is a live stream, primarily. Yeah, again, reminder, Vitality versus Power was on CJ's channel, if you do want to catch that on his video. Looks like Gen G pulled one back against Resolve on Fear's channel. It's now 2-1. Gentlemates have completed the sweep against Gladiators, and Furia have completed the sweep against Jobless 3-2, 3-2, 5-3. The scorelines over there on Jorby's channel. No updated final score for Game 3 on Wikipedia between Vitality and Power, but Vitality were able to take Game 2 4-3 in overtime. A better showing there from Power, but still on the losing end against Vitality. I'm actually very curious, trying to think to myself, let me know if you can remember any 2v2 tournaments like this that have happened. Have there been any big international 2s tournaments at all? Have I missed something? Am I forgetting something? Has there been an international 2s tournament online? So obviously there's not been any LANs. I realized as I was getting together the team list for this one. Yeah, Gamers 8 obviously had 2v2 in it, but it wasn't a 2s tournament, it was a crew battle tournament. So I just mean purely 2v2. Is Universal Open the last big international 2s tournament? Surely there had to be a different one that I'm forgetting about. Because we really do need more competitive 2s, and if this is something you guys like to see, if you'd like to see more content like this around the World Championship perhaps, then I can look to make that happen. Yeah, one in chat if that's something you're interested in. And obviously drop a comment if you're watching on video. Because yeah, it's always up for debate. I mean, I saw a lot of people writing. There was a lot of discussion in social media when I announced this tournament about G2 not participating. A lot of people saying they're like Daniel and Beast Mode are the best 2v2 duo. And I did want them to. I did invite them to participate. They wanted to play, but they couldn't because they're traveling, unfortunately. So hopefully if we do another one of these, they can play. Because yeah, they might be the best, but for me, they're considered inactive. It's the same. Oh, JOREUZ an open net miss there. He apologizes in quick chat. For me, I put them in the inactive category, as I do with any player who's any pro who's not played like a one's show match or tournament for over 6 months. I think that's around about the time it takes for you to become inactive in a game mode competitively in Rocket League. That's just my opinion. You can, it's totally within the realms of reasonability. Is that a word? To predict any of the top 8, top 10 teams to win this tournament. I think they're all very close on paper, but when you're talking about who are the best team, I think it's got to be an active team, and hopefully we can see G2 2v2. Oh, good save by Nass. Keep it at 3-1. Falcons' best game so far in game 4. Then everyone's inactive. Yeah, I agree. That's why I ran a 2s tournament, because I was like, you know what? It's time to find out who's actually any good at 2s in a best of 5 tournament setting. Because yeah, it turns out that crew battles 1v1 and actual 1v1 doesn't have a lot of correlation. Daniel in crew battle 1v1 at Gamers 8 was pretty horrendous, but then he won Salt Mine 3 pretty handily in NA. So we can't be ranking teams based off of Gamers 8 2s. We've got to get an actual 2s tournament. At least that was the motivation for this. Oh, can save RW9 deflecting it wide. JOREUZ and Nass with their most aggressive stance so far as we get into the last minute of game 4. Trying to make the comeback happen. TRK cuts off the mid pass. RW dives on top of the follow-up shot. But yeah, I'll tell you guys what, I've not even actually reached out to anybody about this, but how about this as a potential solution? Because I know a lot of NA fans, a lot of G2 fans were a bit disappointed when they weren't able to play. If they're available on like Monday, for example, if they're available on Monday and they are able to beat, let's say, both of the grand finalists, maybe, or maybe if they can go back to back against, I'd say if they can beat 3 teams in a row, including the winner of this tournament, 3 top tier teams, then they could, I think that would qualify as rank 1 for me. Does that sound like a fair solution? I don't even know if it's possible, like I said. But I think if a team who don't play in this tournament are able to beat just the winner, I don't think that's enough. I think, you know, being able to bypass the entire tournament and just have 1 match against the winner is not enough. It's not the same as actually winning a tournament. But if you can beat the winner and then also beat, I think, 2 more top tier teams, then you've got a claim. And I've just made that up right now. I've just pulled that one out of thin air. So if that doesn't make sense to some mathematician, I'm glad to read your explanation for why that doesn't make sense. But I think that's around about what I would say. Quarters, semis, and final. Yeah, it's around about the same as winning a quarters, a semi, and a final. Obviously, the winner of this tournament has to win 4 series in a row. Then if you go and lose to a team in a show match, you're 4-1. And if that team continues to beat 2, they've gone 3-0. And 3-0 is probably better than 4-1. Although, I mean, they are kind of the same. Then you go to head-to-head. So yeah, 3 teams. That's what I would say. How come G2 waited so long to travel? I actually don't know. I'm not sure. I would assume it's something to do with school. Well, TRK was up quick for that one. We did not see a card change there by TRK, no surprise. As the match I expected to be the match of the round has gone the distance. TRK, oh, looking at a slot shot bottom corner with a fake flip reset and then a little wave dash to toe poke it on target. Nass pinches it clear. That's only gone to TRK though. Perfect first touch, into the air he goes. He's met by JOREUZ. He's now going to chase RW down. RW dodges the demo and doesn't get assistance from TRK. It's 1-0 matey. RW dodged the demo initially, made the save, but JOREUZ was right there after demoing RW to cut the ball middle to himself. And TRK couldn't get a read in the situation. The Binky Boy, thanks to the 3-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. We have got a game. We've got a series here. And will TRK and RW be able to keep their composure? Because they've lost it a little bit in game 3. If we look back at what happened there, they went down 1-0 in regulation for the first time in this series. The only other loss they had was in overtime. And they kind of fell apart. They overextended in an attempt to come back in the game, in an attempt to equalize. They just conceded again and again and again, and they can't afford to do that here against Nass and JOREUZ, who have been very comfortable on the back foot. Infield pass there in defense by Nass. JOREUZ with a testing shot on target. It wasn't expected to go in, and nor did it. With speed by Nass on the transition. Just skips past RW. Brings it into JOREUZ's path. They are just the more patient of the 2 teams, it would seem. JOREUZ pushed back into an awkward position. No double tap on his own backboard. In fact, did he get one? It went pretty far. Still half the game to go for RW and TRK to work with. Push steal RW. Plays for the defensive rotation instead of looping across the box and trying to go for a demo there. TRK past Nass. JOREUZ demoed by RW. He's now turned and looking at position himself for more off the ball aggression. Actually, TRK is bumping Nass in reverse here, just looking to box him out of the play. JOREUZ secured back corner boost though, so the attack should be coming to an end pretty soon. for Falcons. And indeed it does, at least for now. Now, oh, Roas and TRK collide. That was Roas attempting to chip the ball to himself off the sidewall. And TRK just had a huge collision with him. Final 2 minutes. One of the favourites on the ropes. Nass ignores Roas's fake. Dispossesses him. Forces him back once again. Here comes Roas with just 18 boost. No luck on that aggressive play. Nass fakes TRK off the ball. TRK 50s middle to Roas, who chips it well, but JOREUZ is too fast for him. In fact, that might be a goal. JOREUZ, surely. Indeed it is. Too quick off the ground. Roas took the risk of trying to chip the ball, recover, and then get back up again. But that just takes far too long. JOREUZ, with a clean takeoff, easily beats him to it. 2-0. Roas and TRK have just not been able to break down the defensive stand of Nass and JOREUZ, who have been so difficult to get the ball past when they're both together in defense. And that is exactly where they are right now. Nass demos Roas. TRK goes 1v2, 50s it past 1. And that one has recovered well. It's Nass blocking him again and again. Roas forced to lunge in the back corner. Final minute. Still no clear-cut chances in sight for Falcons. Where's the big play going to come from? Where's the offensive firepower that we expected from this duo? Nowhere to be seen. It's Nass who makes it 3. With an effortless reset. All the time in the world to pick his spot. As soon as he saw Roas jump, all he had to do is move the ball a little bit sideways. And in it goes. 48 seconds to go. Still time for Falcons. But this could be a round 1 exit for them, unless they can get their act together very soon. They did have a late surge in game 2. And a chance now. No, denied. Double save by Nass and JOREUZ. They've managed to both get a piece of that one. Now Roas with an uncontested shot. Saved by JOREUZ. There always seems to be one M80 player in the way. And now the time has gotten away from Falcons. Bump from Roas. TRK denied in the near post. The defensive stand by M80 is ridiculous. Roas has to score this. It is going to be a chance, but even that shut down. Nothing going in for Falcons. Chance after chance saved. And M80 are going to advance to play against Vitality. What a performance. These guys have just been a completely different level in defensive synergy. You do not get easy goals against this team. And it is, like I said earlier, just another thing to add to the list of what could have been for this M80 roster. These two and AJ, so much potential. Obviously world-class players, but they just couldn't get it to gel on the pitch in 3v3. Yeah, they're still pretty good at Rocket League, aren't they? They're still pretty decent as they eliminate Falcons. Let's take a look at the bracket. We'll see if we've got any other updated results. Let's see. Furia 3-0, Gentlemates 3-0, and Resolve in 5 over Gen G. That's an upset. Falcons in losing in 5 to M80. We've got 2 upsets early on, and Vitality also advancing. So that's going to be what's happening next on my stream. It's Vitality versus M80. If you want to catch Gentlemates versus Resolve, head over to Fear's channel. Fear's attempt to follow the best NA team has completely failed. Now he's in an all-EU match. Fear's favourite kind of content. Furia are waiting for the winner of BDS Twisted Minds, which is happening right now in Hoodie Hughes' channel. Secret against Magnifico about to kick off on Jorby's channel. And Carmine Court versus Chiefs about to kick off on CJ's channel.